It's the last week of the semester. UVA Wise goes on the road for a pair of games. And first up, it's the Rail Splitters of Lincoln Memorial. Joining us, the head coach of the Cavaliers, Jamie Cluesman. Coach, last year you played LMU twice, came away with a sweep against the Rail Splitters. And your team has a chance Wednesday night to do something in Harrogate that has never been done in the history of this program, and that's defeat LMU 3 consecutive games.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have our hands full. I feel like they're playing extremely well right now. But if you look at like their last game, they did get upset by Mars Hill. But I do think they have a lot of key pieces. And depending on which lineup they go with, could give us some matchup problems. But, we worked on different like defensive rotations and things like that. So I think we can still match up depending on the scenarios. But, we practice a lot of different things that hopefully we can keep them out of a rhythm.
Second best scoring defense in the league, one of the tops of the country, allowing opponents just 55.3 points per game. And they've really done that by not fouling. Teams aren't really getting to the foul line and getting a lot of points at the charity stripe. So far, LMU opponents have attempted just 99 free throws, and this will be the 10th game of the season Wednesday night.
Yeah, I mean, they're only allowing 11 free throw attempts a game. That's one of our keys when we get to it. But also I think it's a testament to their zone. They play a 2-2-1 press back to a 2-3, and I feel like teams are playing into, their hands. They're, being passive, and teams that have zoned us, we've been passive with them, but that's been, point of emphasis leading up into this game. Just us not changing our offensive principles and still be the aggressors. So I think we've put in, some different sets and motion options that can hopefully get us going downhill and get some of our prominent scorers to either get a high percentage shot or potentially get to the free throw line.
Well, you lead right into where I was going here. Caitlin Ross last year in 2 games against LMU, 2 double-doubles, and both of those were with points and assists. She had 14 assists in one of the wins. Talk about that, having an experienced point guard to attack that type of defense.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously the key to any, I think, game is having a good point guard. And, Peyton Sams does an extremely good job as well. She's pass first. So if we have to play both of those together and maybe move Caitlin to the 2 to get some more offensive looks for her, then that's what we'll do. But, I'm not just saying this to say this, but Caitlin Ross had one of her best practices yesterday. So I'm hoping like she can build that momentum going into the game against LMU.
Nia Vanzant continues to be just misconsistency. Again, another double-figure scoring game for her. Speak on that a little bit and just how consistent she's been here through the first semester.
Yeah, you said it. She's been very consistent for us, probably the most consistent player that we've had on both sides of the ball. But, Nia, if a team takes something from her, she always has a counter. Whether, she's struggling from the outside, she knows that she's got to get to the rim, take those high percentage shots. If teams are backing off of her, she has the confidence to, step in and shoot that 3. And, she had been shooting a super high percentage, has definitely fallen off a little bit. But, she's one of the players I've always said that has that next play mentality. So if she misses 2 or 3 threes in a row, like she's not afraid to take that next 3. And, she's put the work in and she has the green light from us. So, she's always confident in her play. And I think that has led to her being so consistent.
Still looking for your first road win of the season, and this one's a little different. I know that when we went to Limestone, we didn't spend the night. The other ones have been overnight trips. This is one of the shortest trips, the shortest trip we have in the South Atlantic Conference. Speak on that a little bit, trying to get off to a good start on the road, and maybe just kind of how the day will go for your team making the short trip down to Harrogate.
Yeah, so obviously we're out of classes now, so we'll be able to have the entire team for shoot around, whether we've traveled the day of or spent the night. Shoot around times are kind of hard to come by, and especially like you don't always have your full team because of class conflicts and things like that. But yes, it's a short trip for us, so we'll come in, we'll have shoot around, we'll eat a nice pregame meal before we head down there. And like I said, quick trip, so hopefully we can get down there, get some early shots up before our warm-ups begin. And then I feel like at LMU we have a lot of the same background in regards to like depth perception for shooting and all of that. So knock on wood, we've been playing much better offensively at home. So hopefully we can just, continue that there with the same atmosphere. So
I got one more question for you before we get into the keys to victory. If you're a Cavalier fan and you're going to the game, you have to drive through the entirety of Lee County to get to LMU. If they're going to stop for a pregame meal, where should they stop?
Rooster's Pub.
That's
I
where
know
I'm
that's your
going.
favorite, but it's definitely hands down the best in Lee County.
So we agree. Keys to victory against the Rail Splitters.
We touched base on it earlier, is not being passive against their zone, being the aggressors. We have to defend the 3-point line. They're averaging almost 9 made threes a game. And the last thing is just rebound. I feel like we kind of match up well with them. I think we can create a lot of second chance opportunities if we crash the offensive boards.
Tip off from Tex Turner Arena set for 5:30. Fans, if you're not making it down, you can listen on FM 92.5 or online at WLSDradio.com. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.